Hello, not chat. Here's something that I've only recently heard about thanks to PPP, but it is. Let's see, let me find this real quick. So apparently, there's a string of. Oh, am I not gonna be? Oh, I have to fucking download this as well. Apparently, there's a string of what they call nuisance streamers now, and these are guys who go to foreign countries, walk around with their fucking bullshit camera, and they record themselves with text to speech on, and all this fucking bullshit, and it's just annoying and disgusting, and you hate these people because they're insufferable. But they make a ton of money doing it thanks to reach, so they just keep doing it. That is the world that we live in. It's unfortunate, but that's reality. And one of these guys is known as Vitaly. It's either Vitaly or Vitaly. And I want to say Vitaly when I read it, but it's spelled identically to Vitaly. He's a white guy, and he went to the Philippines. And from my understanding, what he did is he ran over a woman's foot in like a moped or something and broke her foot. And then he was very disrespectful to the Filipinos. He talked about how, uh, he was just disrespectful to them. This is a really, really bad idea. And apparently he's done this in other countries as well, where he did his nuisance streams. So what happened is he got arrested. And now, usually, when someone commits a minor offense in a foreign country, they're simply deported or fined or something. It's unusual when a country goes out of their way to try and prosecute an American citizen, especially like in a country like the Philippines, because the justice system in the Philippines is very corrupt. Prosecutors will take pay to enforce laws, and they take pay for other things, which I'll explain in a second. So, Vitaly went to, or Vitaly went to, or got arrested by the federal police, who are very imposing, by the way. They will shake you down. They wear a very black uniform. It's best to just avoid them if you're in the Philippines. If you see the federal police, you'll notice that other people go out of their way to avoid them as well. That's because you don't want them to suddenly find marijuana on you. Marijuana has like a 20-year sentence in the Philippines. They will be asking you for a fine if they happen to find marijuana on you that you didn't even know that you had. So it's a really good idea to stay the fuck away from them and not cause problems when you're in a foreign country. That is my advice to everybody. If you go to a foreign country, do not cause problems. Do not fuck with the women. Do not talk politics. These are all very, very bad ideas. You do not want to get into trouble in a place that you don't understand, because your life will become a nightmare that you can't even you can't comprehend your own situation because you're so unfamiliar with the culture. This is the consequences of, or this is the situation that Vitaly finds themselves in, or Vitalty. The Philippines is very corrupt. If you think that the Philippines is not corrupt, you should live there. It's a place. Okay, so he disrespects the country, and they arrest him. And there is some argument if he should be under house arrest or if he should have access to a phone. And the judge rules and says, no, he's going to jail. He's going to Filipino jail. Let me just find a picture real quick. This is not a joke. This is like Filipino jail. Let's just see if I can find a picture real quick. Oh yeah, this is it. This is what I want to show you guys. So the best way I can describe this is hell on earth. It's kind of like a pound where you just have like concrete slabs and cages and people just packed in, and there is a hierarchy, and it's very gang involved and very corrupt. Certain people get very preferential treatment. Certain people get very unpreferential treatment, both by the guards and by the inmates. They're all Filipino, by the way. You might notice that they're all Filipino, and they may believe that the Filipinos are the strongest race on earth. So if you're in their jail as a tall white boy who got into trouble for hurting a Filipino woman and for disrespecting the country of the Philippines, and now you're in this, you may be in for a very bad time, a really, really bad time. And this is just waiting for his trial. So what ordered was that he's going to spend time in a common cell with no cell phone, awaiting pre-trial conferences. The next pre-trial conference for him, awaiting trial, is now scheduled 3 years from now. The Filipino justice system is horrifically slow. It is a very, very, very slow process. So he'll be waiting in jail. He is supposedly facing up to 20 years in jail, and he is not even scheduled for trial yet, but his next hearing is in 3 years from now. So in the Philippines, and this is true, if you are in this situation, usually what you do is you bribe the judge to docket your case faster. It kind of like how there was, I don't know if this is real or if this is just a myth, but they used to say that you would bribe the executioner back in the medieval ages to sharpen his axe for you. So if you were slated to die by being decapitated, you would have to pay your executioner to make sure that he did it in one swing, ideally. So, and this is a similar situation. But he could be less if he bribed the judge. The issue with him, though, is that white boy needs to be made a lesson of. So the judge may not even be amenable to a bribe. And if you tried to bribe him when he so obviously hates you, you might suddenly find yourself on the hook for bribery charges as well, which is one of those fun things in corrupt countries where everybody's corrupt until you are pissing off the wrong people, and then suddenly your corruption is a crime. So he's literally in the worst possible position you could ever possibly find yourself in, basically. You really don't want to be trapped in the Philippines, okay? So there you go. I've never heard of this guy before, but I will use him as a chance to reiterate to everybody listening. If you go to a foreign country, which I highly recommend, it's very fun to travel. You see all sorts of crazy stuff. You have a good time. Stay away from the women. Stay away from politics. And don't disrespect the country or the culture, because people don't like that. And that's your lesson, chat. That's stupid.